Hello everybody, how's it going? Today I want to give you guys an update on Sweet Dreams Alex and show you how the development of the game has been going. Now you might already have read this on Kickstarter, but I thought it might be fun to do a bit of a visual version of it as well, a bit of a video version. You guys know I like doing videos, right? So we're gonna have a look at a variety of different things. We're gonna be discussing some stuff and hopefully you're going to enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, I'm going to go ahead and do the call to action quite early. But we're trying to increase our wish lists on Steam. That can be incredibly helpful in terms of getting the game on the front page when we actually release it. So if you do enjoy what you're about to see, then please go to the link in the description of this video and wishlist Sweet Dreams Alex. And hopefully that'll help us get kind of highlighted a little bit. Of course, that would be fantastic. Anyway, so let's have a look at everything then. The first thing I want to show you guys is just kind of our visual upgrades. So we've been hard at work to make the game look good. And I think you can already see that. Isn't it nice? So you can see we added in a whole bunch of decorations. We've got these little trees and bushes and the wisps flying around. We added in shadows, which really help make everything look a lot more alive and I think makes it feel like it has a lot more depth. We have upgraded the UI elements. That's just something where we felt it could use a little bit of streamlining. Of course, overall the game is still the same. It's still the same old puzzle game about building labyrinths and keeping nightmares away from Alex. So we're gonna just go ahead and maybe solve this little level right here so you can see that in action. But yes, of course, we have just been hard at work making everything happen, and I hope you like what you're about to see here. So anyway, let's go ahead and play back this level. You've got our nightmares rushing around, and you can see this is what it looks like now that everything has these nice visual upgrades. This first level is still from the basic world. We call this world Moving In. All in all, Sweet Dreams Alex is going to be structured into 7 different worlds, with each of the worlds having a unique theme to it and having a unique feeling as well as unique structures. The first world is Moving In. Moving In is just going to be very basic stuff. It's mostly just kind of like an expanded tutorial to showcase how the game works, what you can expect from it. I want to show you some levels from the Streets world today. The Streets world is one that I'm very proud of, and I think it's very cute. So let's have a look then. So you can see here, this is the Streets world. The Streets world is about looking at streets and handling streets from the point of view of a pedestrian. So this is something that's very important. Sweet Dreams Alex is all about the perspective of a child. It's all from the perspective of a child. It's about Alex's perspective. And because of that, naturally, she can't drive. She's 5. Sorry guys, she doesn't have a driver's license yet. So that means the Streets world is about dealing with traffic, dealing with roads from the perspective of a child. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. You can see we have the streets laid out here, right? You have these roads here. And roads are essentially like walls. So nothing may cross a road. But roads have some extra rules. First of all, roads may not have open ends. You may notice that all of the roads, they either end in another road or in what's called a destination. These are the houses here. Secondly, roads are unique because you are allowed to build on them. Now, not everything, but that's where the other structures in the streets world come in. So for example, right here in this level, we have access to crosswalks, which we can build on the road. And then we can play back the level here. Crosswalks let nightmares cross the road where you place the crosswalk. Of course, the nightmares are still going to be responsible. Always look right and look left before crossing. Now, I gotta admit, that's just adorable, right? It's just very cute. But it's not just cute. It actually serves an important gameplay, a certain gameplay purpose as well, right? Because that delays the nightmares just a little bit. And if you can use that effectively, you can actually really get a lot of value out of it. Gotta look right, gotta look left. Our nightmares are very responsible. They would never not look right and left. Gotta make sure that you're staying safe on the roads. Gotta make sure you're staying safe on these streets. Isn't that right, kids? Anyway, so that's the core principle behind the streets world. It's all about using the streets to your advantage and building not just next to the streets, but also on the streets. Let's have a look at maybe a bit more of an intricate level. So with this level, I'm going to solve the level for you right now. I'm not going to necessarily explain every detail, but, I just kind of want to show off what this can look like. So you can see we have traffic lights. We have crosswalks. We have switches, which you may still remember. We have some wire, which you also may remember. And then, of course, we have street lights, which are very nice. Look at them. Aren't they just beautiful? We still have some crosswalks to place. Let's put one here and let's put one here. And then let's play back the level. Street lights slow down nightmares that are beneath them, which is really handy. It slows them by 50%. So that makes it so you get a lot of value out of letting enemies walking within those lit up areas. Of course, if you couple that with zebra crossings and the little traffic lights, you can get a lot of time just by bouncing enemies back and forth between these specific spots. Now, the specific nightmare that we see here is a fast nightmare, actually. This nightmare moves at quite the speed. But because of the street lights, we are able to actually solve this level within just a little bit of distance here, right? Not that much distance at all. Something that I'm personally very proud of, though, is that not only does this lead to really interesting puzzles, but you can also see the flavor of it all, right? Doesn't this look like a tiny little street section here, right? We've got the lights, we've got the traffic lights, zebra crossings. Doesn't it just look beautiful? To push that to its extreme, I want to show you something that we didn't include in the Kickstarter update. You'll see in a second why. Now this is a bigger level, and in this level you have access to a bunch of resources. You have some switches, you have some zebra stripes, you have traffic lights. Now traffic lights aren't built on the road but next to the road. But you may not build them anywhere else. Only on the road or next to the road. Only next to the road. And then of course we've got our lights. So in this particular level, you need to build in such a way that you buy enough time that Alex wakes up in the morning. But you need to use the pre-built road infrastructure. So let's maybe do that. Let's go ahead and maybe just put down something like this so you can see just the zebra crossings. And then I guess going up here is probably faster, right? And then go through this. Here we go. Very good. Now, quick little warning. The nightmare that I'm about to show you isn't finished. So we are still working on a lot of this stuff, right? So there's a bit of a placeholder here. But I just like this level. I just wanted to show it off a little bit. So you can see the nightmare is just a big old number 3. But anyway, you can see that this particular nightmare moves very quickly. Yes, that's why the 3 is there. It's moves at 3 times the speed. But let's see how it goes. We can maybe speed this up a little bit, right? Particularly at the crosswalks, we are buying a lot of time. But it seems that this is actually not really enough at all, is it? Okay. Well, we do have some options here. So, for example, something we can try to do is we can put down a traffic light here and put down a switch. And then we can maybe open up this path instead. And we have these right here. We have some of these lights, which seems pretty good. In fact, actually, I have an idea. What if we move this entire construction down a little? All right, maybe we go like this, although that might be too far. I'm not sure if that's going to work with this over here. We'll give that a go in a second. All right, let's see where our nightmare is heading. No, that's not good. We need our nightmare to go in here. So let's maybe stick with this situation. There we go. And then we have our light. So we can put a light here. And I can see that up here, oh, look at this. Look at how much area we are covering. So that's very good. Probably this is a good spot as well. And we can go for maybe here. We have one more light remaining. We can, where would we best put that? This doesn't seem like a bad spot. So let's just kind of give this a go. So you can see here, now we've placed some structures down. You see we have illuminated a little bit of the map. And we are really bringing some life into this small little town that we have created ourselves. I don't know. I think it's quite cute, isn't it? We'll see if this is enough. I mean, we are getting pretty close here, but this is a very fast-moving nightmare, so we need to be careful. And, still not quite. Still not quite. All right, but I think this construction down here actually worked pretty well. What if we try something a little bit like this? You know, we put down some more zebra stripes here. This should be the quicker path, so we can just put down a traffic light here. Wait, let's put it up there, and then a little switch in front of it. Okay. Let's see if that works out for us. Right, so you can see how these levels might be playing out. And I keep saying it, but I'm just so proud of how all of this is turning out and how beautiful it looks. And I hope that this is enough. We'll see. I mean, admittedly, at this stage, we might want to reposition some of these street lights, but I think we might have it anyway. Very good. And with that, we have completed this level. Isn't it just fantastic? Anyway. So that's kind of the general feel you can expect from the game. Now this right here is the streets world, right? And the streets world is about streets, as you can see. There are going to be different worlds. And I would like to tell you about what kind of worlds we are planning. As I already mentioned, there's going to be moving in. That's kind of the initial tutorial world. Then we have streets, ocean museum, our playground, sci-fi adventure, and a day at the mall. Then there will be a final world, which you can only play after you've beaten all of the other ones. The way this is going to work is that at first you play moving in. After you beat moving in, you may then tackle either streets, ocean museum, our playground, sci-fi adventure, or a day at the mall in whatever order you like. That's entirely up to you. You can even skip around, right? Do a little bit of that and then go to this one. Again, it's really open to whatever you wanna do. But you do have to beat all of these levels. You have to beat all of them before you can unlock the final world. Now, you might be asking, well, Bobby, what is the final world? Now you're teasing it so much, so tell us. I will not. Look, a few secrets are going to remain for the final release. Right, there's just going to be a little bit of stuff there that we're going to keep around. Now, what we also have added into the game is this nice level sharing feature. The way this works, and you can, of course, share with other people, but let me just show you by myself. So if, let's say, you have somebody that makes a level, for example, this beautiful unicorn poop level, which somebody in our Discord made. So this is a level right here. So let's say somebody makes a level like this, right? And they want to share it with their friends. What you can do is you can come in here and click this button, which then gives you this export level here. Copy to clipboard, and now we have copied it. At this point, if you paste this, you will be given a code. It kind of looks like this right here. Let me just pull this in for a second. Right, so it looks a little bit like this with these long codes, right? But you don't really need to worry too much about this, because what you can just do is you have your code and you now go in wherever you want to be. Let's go back into our showcase levels maybe. Import, and then you can see, there's our level. Import it, and fantastic. There we have it. Right, so it's very easy to just share levels around. Nothing to stress about. Easy peasy. All right. I'm also excited to let you know about who we are working with to make the music of the game. So as we already talked about in our Kickstarter, we want the music to be nice and relaxing and kind of like have this lo-fi atmosphere to it, right? It's all nighttime. The game is generally supposed to be kind of a coma game. So we're working with an artist called Towers. we have a sample song for you, and I'm going to start playing it now. We already worked with Towers when making our trailer, so you could hear some of the music there. But yes, Towers will be making the soundtrack for our game. You can also find Towers on Spotify. Please go give him a look. I think he's really quite fantastic, and I'm very happy to be working with him. Anyway, I'll give you a moment to listen. Anyway, I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys are looking forward to hearing the rest of the soundtrack. Personally, I'm very excited, and I'm very happy that we got such a talented artist to be working with us on this game. Now, I don't have anything more to share yet. Again, it's all a bit work in progress, but I wanted to show it off at least a little. At this point, I would also like to mention that we are working with 2Indie2Fail to help us publish the game. 2Indie2Fail is not a big publisher. Don't think that, please. But instead, it's more of a smaller, independent marketing assistant that helps specifically indie studios like us. So we're excited to have that going on. Anyway, in terms of release date, the last big thing that's really there to address, we are thinking currently towards the end of February. That's what we currently have in mind. Can't really settle on a date yet. As I've mentioned before, we will release when the game is done. That's our main release date. We're thinking that will be towards the end of February, but we're kind of keeping our options open still. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed our little look into all of this, and I hope you guys are looking forward to Sweet Dreams Alex. If you are, as I mentioned already, please go and give it a wishlist on Steam. There's a link in the description of this video. And, well, I hope to see you guys around. And we will post another update as soon as we have more things that we can show you.